One Muncie short documentary is up for an Oscar. See what this means to them.
The Cardinal Kitchen happens 3 times a month. See what they offer to people on campus.
The train derailment caused many concerns for Ohio residents and surrounding states. Find out what scientists are saying.
See what President Biden has planned in his new budget proposal.
Eventual temperature swings, as well as rain chances for the later part of this week, all coming up in my full forecast.
Delaware County's only live television newscast from Ball State University's Unified Media Newsroom. You're watching NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Olivia Sloniker.
And I'm Emma Matlock. The 95th Oscar Academy Awards are March 12th. One short documentary called Stranger at the Gate, produced and made in Muncie, was nominated.
NewsLink Indiana's Tara Konieczny is live at the Muncie Islamic Center to tell us more. Tara?
That's right, guys. Stranger at the Gate, the incredible story, is based on the Muncie Islamic Center, which is right behind me. Jack McKinney spent 25 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, much of it fighting and killing Muslims. He returned to Indiana with severe PTSD and Islamophobia.
He decides that the best thing he can do for his country is to blow up the local mosque in Muncie.
After scoping out his target, he met with Bibi and Sabir Barami, who welcomed him with a hug and open hearts to the Stranger at the Gate. That changed everything for Mac.
How thankful I am to Bibi, her family, and the Muslim community in Muncie. Because without them, we would definitely be having a different conversation right now.
In January, the Stranger at the Gate crew found out something they never expected.
And Stranger at the Gate.
Whoa! Oh my God.
A 2023 Oscar nomination for Best Short Documentary.
Now the final step is whether we win the Oscar or not, which is the top 1 out of 5.
Since the film's debut, they have reached hundreds of thousands of people. Seftel says the film has a deeper meaning.
We welcome people with kindness. If we are open-minded and kind to others, great things can happen. And, you know, Bibi Barami, who's the hero of this film in many ways.
McKinney is now an inspirational speaker, hoping others will be inspired by his story.
It's about the message of learning that even though we're different, in a lot of ways we're the same. And love will conquer all, period.
You can watch the Oscar-nominated documentary on YouTube or find it at strangeratthegate.com. In Muncie, Tara Konieczny, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thanks, Tara. Cardinal Kitchen happens the last 3 Tuesdays of every month. This is a campus-wide public pantry for anonymous students and staff to receive toiletries and non-perishable food items for free. 4th-year member and financial director Reese Malcho explains her favorite parts of the organization.
I love getting to talk to our clients, obviously, and just see what they want and need, and then kind of just shape our pantry over that.
After hearing what Senior Malcho cherishes from her many years of involvement, she also elaborates on the legacy she hopes to leave behind after she graduates.
Hoping that we can expand it even more than we already have it. At the moment, it's a little too difficult to get a fridge and a freezer here, but I would love to in the future if they're able to do that.
If you would like to use Cardinal Kitchen or volunteer to help out, contact cardkitch@bsu.edu.
Christy Woods is a 17-acre outdoor teaching laboratory that has more to offer than just their walking trails. They have wetlands and even have 3 greenhouses, all for different purposes. They've recently installed cameras in the woods and have found that there are 2 new little friends that are needing some names. NewsLink Indiana's Anna Drake went out and around campus to see what students think are good names for them.
Something food related.
Something food related?
Like tamale or sesame seed or something.
Sesame seed?
If I could name the fox, I would have to go with Mason because, you know, it's right next to Ball State and Mason jars.
The names of the foxes will be announced at a later date on the Ball State Instagram page. Christy Woods is looking to add even more wetlands and things to do around the property, so go ahead and take a visit and see what you might find. Now, I think that two little furry friends around campus, especially in Christie Woods, which is already a beautiful place, is going to be amazing, especially with this warmer weather.
Oh yeah, I agree. I've never been to Christie Woods before, but I'm so excited to see them.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and send it to Rachel with weather.
Olivia, you're so right. We saw another above average day today, topping out at 49 degrees for today's high, about 4 degrees warmer than the average high, but 19 degrees shy of our record temperature of 68 degrees, set back in 1895, but hey, maybe we'll reach it next year. But this above average day was not unique. 4 out of the last 5 days have been above average, average being around 45 degrees for this time of year. And you can see we've had 2 days that have been above 65 degrees, which is 20 degrees above average for this time of year. Now I'll be tracking the continuation of above average temperatures, as well as the eventual decline of those temperatures and rain chances for the end of this week.
High levels of chemicals at the Norfolk Southern train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, could pose long-term health risks. That's according to scientists from Texas A&M and Carnegie Mellon University. They analyzed data of pollutants released by the train derailment from the Environmental Protection Agency. The measurement suggested that 9 of the dozens of chemicals are higher than would normally be found in the area. The scientists say if some levels remain high, it could be a problem for East Palestine's residents' health in the long term. The highest levels were from a toxic chemical called acrolein, which is used to control plants, algae, rodents, and microorganisms. According to the CDC, it can cause inflammation and irritation of the skin, respiratory tract, and mucous membranes. The EPA and local government officials have repeatedly said their tests show that air quality in the area is safe and that the chemicals should dissipate. As of Sunday, officials have tested air in nearly 600 homes.
Governor Eric Holcomb is pushing back on the Environmental Protection Agency's decision to transport hazardous materials from the East Palestine train derailment to an Indiana facility. In a statement today, he stated, quote, "There has been a lack of communication with me and other Indiana officials about this decision." The EPA announced 2 new hazardous waste sites will receive some of the shipments from East Palestine in Grafton, Ohio, and the landfill in Rochdale, Indiana.
President Biden has highlighted his budget priorities during a trip to Virginia Beach today. The president will release his proposed budget next week, and he says improving Americans' access to health care is a high priority. That includes reducing the cost of insulin.
1 in 10 Americans has diabetes. Every day, millions need insulin to control their diabetes and to stay alive. Insulin has been around for 100 years. Cost to make that drug and package it is make it $10 and package it $13. But you've been paying $300, $400, $500 a month for that. But big pharma has been unfairly charging you that much. Record profits. Not anymore.
The president said his budget proposal will include higher taxes on billionaires, and he said he would not violate his pledge to raise taxes on people making less than $400,000 a year. The president is expected to deliver his budget to Congress next Thursday.
The White House said today President Biden will nominate Julie Su to be the next Secretary of Labor. If confirmed by the Senate, she will be the first Asian American to serve in a secretary-level role in Biden's cabinet. Su has been the Deputy Labor Secretary since 2021. The Labor Department says in her current deputy role, Su serves, quote, as the de facto chief operating officer for the department. In a statement, President Biden called Su a, quote, tested and experienced leader. She would replace Marty Walsh, who is stepping down next month to take over as the executive director of the National Hockey League Players Association.
Survivors of the Uvalde mass shooting and victims' families rallied outside the Texas state capitol today. They're pushing for gun reform. Supporters are demanding action, including stronger red flag laws and raising the age to buy certain firearms. The rally comes more than 9 months after a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary in Uvalde.
Coming up, a corporate decision is finally paying off.
And what the future holds for a popular app in the hands of the U.S. government.
I love you. prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back. Inflation unexpectedly picked up speed in January. Friday, the Commerce Department reported a 5.4% annual rise in the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. The Federal Reserve uses the core PCE index to measure prices for goods and services, excluding food and energy. Economics were expecting the PCE index to land a little more than 4% and extend what was a 3-month stretch of cooling prices. They also reported a 1.8% jump in consumer spending last month, plus a 0.6% increase in personal incomes.
Target's decision to cut prices is paying off. Holiday quarter sales rose slightly, up nearly 1% compared to the same period the year prior. But that beat Wall Street's expectations, which predicted a decline. Target says consumers spent more money on food, beauty, and household essentials. As for the rest of 2023, the retailer expects sales to range from a low single decline to a low single-digit increase.
TikTok will soon be banned from all U.S. government-issued devices. Now that's according to White House guidance issued yesterday, saying federal agencies and those they contract with will have 30 days to remove the app from devices. It comes after a bill passed last year requiring federal agencies to delete the social media app, which marks the government's latest effort to clamp down on it amid renewed security concerns about its U.S. user data and fears that the data could find its way to the Chinese government. U.S. officials have raised concerns that the Chinese government could pressure TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to hand over information collected from the users that could be used for intelligence or disinformation purposes. Independent security experts say that kind of access is a possibility, though there have been no reported incidents of such access to the date. Other countries plan to follow this ban.
Kawasha Foods USA recalled one lot of canned shrimp over health concerns. The company says the product may have been underprocessed, which could lead to the potential for spoilage organisms or pathogens. The canned shrimp was sold at multiple retailers, including Walmart, Safeway, and Albertsons in California, Utah, Arizona, and Colorado. The Geisha medium shrimp is packaged in a 4-ounce metal can. The lot being recalled is LGC12W12E22 with a Best Buy May 12, 2026 on the bottom of the can. The company says consumers should not use a product even if it does not look or smell spoiled. Consumers who bought the product are urged to return it to the place of purchase for a full refund.
I'll be tracking a temperature switch coming up, as well as rain chances for the later part of this week. All this and more after the break.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other.
On a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. The time is 9:16. You're taking a live look outside the Foundational Science Building. Now, it was a gorgeous day today, wasn't it, Emma?
Oh yeah, totally. No tornadoes in sight.
Beautiful day, wonderful weather. Let's go ahead and send it to Rachel over to weather.
You guys are so right. We had another mild day today. Currently sitting 40 degrees in Muncie, 45 in Indianapolis, a little bit warmer at 46 in Terre Haute, and that's really going to be continuing throughout the night. We won't be deviating much from that. 43 degrees for our overnight low temperatures under mostly clear skies, winds coming out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But that's going to set us up for the most beautiful day tomorrow. A high of 65 degrees under mostly sunny skies, winds coming out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 25 miles per hour at points, but mostly sunny skies, meaning bring out those hammocks, go on a picnic, enjoy being outside tomorrow. Now, that is another above average temperature day, and that has been the trend for all of February. 4 days were below average out of the entire month. We averaged around 8.2 degrees above average for the entire month, and that is going to continue a little bit into March, but not much. Now, the Climate Prediction Center has put out their 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and if you take a look here, Indiana is sitting right at the average mark, so not above or below average, but right around average for this time of year. Now, that will unfortunately make way to some below average temperatures coming in our way. 3 to 4 weeks into the future, we will be seeing temperatures really start to decline, most of the country being below average, with the exception of Florida per usual, but most of the country being below average, but that is still 3 to 4 weeks into the future. So let's take a step back and see what's going to happen this week. Now, if we take a look here in Indiana, we are on the warm side of the jet stream being just a river of air that separates warm from cold air. So we are on the warm side right now, which is why we're experiencing all that mild temperature, but that is going to take a dip later on in this week. You can see right around Friday night, Saturday, we'll be seeing some colder air really start to move into our area before it moves out of the way again, bringing another burst of warm air. Now, if we take a look at the weather, or the clouds moving through, we'll be seeing some scattered showers Friday morning, and that is due to the jet stream moving through. With the jet stream moving through, we will see cold fronts causing this weather, and the rain moving through our area all day Friday, maybe lasting into the evening, but we will be seeing that move through. Now, if we take a look at our 7-day forecast, we can see, again, just a beautiful day on Wednesday, 65 degrees. Again, that rain shower Thursday into Friday. And if you take a look here, this cold front moving through in Saturday, dropping the temperatures just a little bit, but making way for a really sunny start to our spring break next week.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel. I am so excited for those warmer temperatures. We got to get out there. We got to soak them up tomorrow.
Yeah, go hammocking. It's going to be such a beautiful day. Go to University Green and
I was just thinking that. Honestly, I need to get myself a hammock. I feel like that would be really nice.
Yeah, it might be tough to find a tree tomorrow, but it'll be good.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rachel. Let's go ahead and send it over to Chase with sports.
Thanks, guys. 2 Ball State programs are a game away from the postseason, and 1 squad hits the road for the MAC championships. All that and more next in sports.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Jace Miller with sports. Ball State women's basketball looks to keep their home record unbeaten as they take on the Toledo Rockets this past Saturday. NewsLink Indiana's Maxwell Robson sits down with the team to fill us in on their home success and their future after the match.
Looking to protect their undefeated home record, Ball State women's basketball face off with the Toledo Rockets. In this back-and-forth battle that came down to the wire, the Rockets squeaked past the Cards 72-70. Unhappy with the loss, Coach Zally looks at this game like every other.
You know, and here's the thing, right? If this game would have happened on January 14th, it would have still meant the same that it means on February whatever.
After the tough loss to the Toledo Rockets, Coach Zally and his squad look to complete their last 2 games on a high note before the MAC tournament.
You know, the loss sucks, but, you know, there's a lot of basketball left, you know, and if we'd have won, we still had to go win Wednesday, and we still had to go win the next Saturday. So it doesn't change the mission. It doesn't change what we got to do.
Although there are more games ahead, Thelma Dis-August-Daughter and Anna Clefane will relive this one forever. These seniors got their final game in front of their home crowd as they celebrate and reminisce their past years with the squad.
Over the last 5 years, this team has become my family, and Thelma's become a sister to me. And I don't know, I can't even imagine playing on a different team in a different place, and Ball State's been a home to me.
I had such a good time being here. You know, I came in 5 years ago, barely spoke a word to anyone. It's just, you know, all the people I met, all the relationships, I'll have forever, you know.
The Cardinals look to finish their season on top with a MAC tournament championship and a bid to March Madness starting on March 8th. In Muncie, Maxwell Robson, NewsLink, Indiana.
To stick with women's basketball, the Cardinals are set for one of their biggest matchups of the season as they face Bowling Green on the road. Ball State flies into the contest after their hard-fought loss to Toledo on Saturday. Bowling Green will look to defend their home court and improve upon their 13-3 record in the MAC as they look to take the 1 seed in the MAC tournament. This will be the Cards' second to last game before the tournament, with tip-off set for 5 p.m. To stay on the hardwood, Ball State men's basketball takes on the Akron Zips tonight in a pivotal matchup. The Cards currently sit as the 4 seed in the MAC tournament, with Akron as the 3 seed. Ball State starts out hot to go up 41-36 at the half. The Zips able to lock down on defense and take their lead with 2 minutes under to go. But Akron proves to be too much for the Cardinals with a final score of 87-83. The Cardinals will be back in action this Friday at home as they take on the top-seeded Toledo at 6 p.m. As men's basketball inches closer to the postseason, so does men's swim and dive as they travel to Miami of Ohio for the MAC championships. The Cardinals enter into the championships 3-3 in head-to-head meets this year. Ball State will look to improve upon last year's showing as they place 4th of the 6 competing squads. Action will begin tomorrow with a pair of relay swims. And guys, we're nearing the end of all these winter seasons, and both basketball teams going to the MAC tournament heading to Cleveland. Don't you know something about that?
I do, actually. I'll be going with the band to go and celebrate, cheer on the teams for the spring break. I am beyond excited. It's going to be fantastic, wonderful days full of cheer, laughing, music. I'm so excited.
Yeah, same here. Honestly, took sports photos for the girls basketball team. It was a really, really great environment. I'm really excited to see how both teams do.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be great out there. I mean, like I mentioned out there, the women's team's so fun to watch, and hopefully they lock down that number 1 seed.
Absolutely, and their attitudes going out into the court, it's so exciting to see them cheer each other on, to hype each other up. It's just such a blast being at those games. I think we actually have the best environment on game day. Thank you, Jace. Up next, we're taking a look at our anchor picks.
Learn more about a new iconic duo and the trip of a lifetime.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Can you help me?
I got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Meet two crime-fighting canines, Buster and Bess. The British duo will soon be heading to Thailand to start a new role protecting critically endangered penguins. The penguin-saving Labradors recently graduated from a training program with the Metropolitan Police and will fly to Thailand in April. 200,000 penguins are believed to be trafficked every year. But the new paw enforcement will work to sniff out the penguins being smuggled through airports, ports, and roads so that they can be rescued and released back into the wild.
Here's a flight many of us wish we had taken. This is the view from EasyJet Flight 1806, flying over the Northern Lights and Northern Europe yesterday. Passenger Ross Stikta shared these captivating images with us. Go ahead and take a look here. He said the pilot flew in a circle to give them a good view of the famed lights, and crew members turned off the cabin lights. Stikta said he and his family, flying to Manchester, England, were sitting on the left side and got lots of pictures, and we are so grateful for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and send it over to Rachel with weather.
Tomorrow we're going to see a beautiful day, a spring lover's dream. 65 degrees for our temperatures tomorrow under mostly sunny skies. We do have a chance of rain in the overnight hours Thursday leading into Friday. Temperatures pretty much staying pretty consistent, 51 to 49 Thursday and Friday, dropping slightly to start the weekend, 43 on Saturday. But the rain will make way for sunny conditions to start off our spring break.
Thank you, Rachel. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 9, streaming live on the Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedailynews.com. Have a great night.